What's up, Soul Family, and everyone out there on board? This is Nihility to Entity Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, for the Sun is in Cancer, and a mid-season check-in. Check-in for the last half of the Sun being in Cancer. Now, keep in mind that these readings are general, and not everything that you're about to hear may resonate to your situation. If they don't, take what resonates and leave the rest. And keep in mind, I just want you to keep in mind that it has been raining very hard where I'm at, and as a person who has sinus problems, my sinuses are acting up. So if I seem a little bit foggy, I am experiencing some vertigo at the moment, but that is not going to deter me from pushing out these readings and doing what's best for my own individuality. Okay? Now, moving on to what Libra is. Libra is cardinal air, initiating and creating new ways of thinking and communicating. And Libra was born out of the 7th house of relationships and how you relate to others. I'm going to shuffle these 3 more times and pull 9 cards out of the Universal Character Tarot deck, then pull, including Novel, then clarifying with the Rider-Waite deck, and then pulling 3 cards out of the Moonology Oracle deck to end the reading off. And as well as to see what Mother Moon wants to tell me to give to you. Now, I'll show this one more time and we will begin. I hope y'all have a good Mercury day. I hope you guys have had a good first half of the Sun being in Cancer. And I hope you y'all have enjoyed the last half of the Sun being in Cancer, even though the Sun is opposite Pluto at the moment. Now, with that being said, let's pull out your overall and get started. The overall of the reading is the Justice card, which is Libra energy. Okay, so this is Libra energy. Libra, injustice in the major arcana means that you are bringing balance, moderation, and harmony in whatever situation that you are dealing with in the present moment. Okay, apologize for that. But yeah, you're being balance, moderation, and harmony in whatever you're in. Okay, so we'll clarify that when we get to it. Your first card being the Nine of Wands. So you are deflecting this, not deflecting, but you are being influenced by negative thoughts and feelings from negative visions that you may be perceiving from in the future. Alright, so you could be agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings, since thoughts and feelings are not yours. But this energy could also be stemming from Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, and Pluto in retrograde. Jupiter and Neptune is in the sign of Pisces at the moment, so that is in conjunction for you. So you could be misunderstanding past ways of how you past experiences, as well as past dreams and illusions that you need to get out of, or dreams that you wanted to go towards. Now, Saturn is in Aquarius, which is a gift. Okay, it's trining you, so that is a gift for you to go deeply in the past ways of how you gain security and how you correlated your life. And with Pluto in Capricorn, that is a square, as well as the Sun in Cancer is squaring you as well. So that could affect you in a way of you having to be in a warning process and learn how to gain power and control and transform what you need to transform by going into the past and seeing what things you didn't transform and what you should have transformed, and took power and control of in order to transform and take power and control of your future. Or with the Nine of Wands, this could be negative thoughts and feelings that are affecting you in a way that is causing you to esoterically stumble. Remember to create a higher perspective, create higher thoughts, create higher feelings, and agree with positive thoughts and feelings, and throw away negative thoughts and feelings and throw them in the trash. Esoterically speaking, get them the fuck away from you. Alright? Now, with the Two of Wands as your next card, you are in the planning stage. You're planning things out for the future. Okay? There's not much that I can say to that other than do what's best for your higher self and the betterment of your well-being. I'll clarify that when we get to it. With the Judgment card, not Judgment, but with the Chariot card, which is Cancer energy. Okay, so Cancer is, Cancer is cardinal water, initiating, creating new ways of feeling the emotions. But with the Chariot, you are emotionally moving towards whatever you're emotionally connected to. Okay, you could be very fast. You could be moving very fast towards what you want and desire. Just do what's best for your own well-being and your highest good, and keep moving forward, but don't move too fast because Mars is in Leo, sextile you, so you could potentially overexhaust yourself on whatever you're moving towards in the emotional realm. Okay? We'll clarify that when we get to it. Now, with the Five of Swords, this is you coming to some sort of defeat. You could be feeling that defeat, or you could have experienced a defeat in a circumstance, situation, or a defeat dealing with somebody else, or a place or a thing. But with defeat comes the Six of Swords afterwards, which is the transition from where you were into better lands for your future. So just accept the defeat, accept what happens, and move on in your own way, for your own individuality, and for the betterment of your being and your highest good. Now, with the next card you get is the Fool card. Alright? It's funny, there's a frog right under me. Now, yeah, I don't have any shoes at the moment. I don't really care. But with the Fool, this is you in a new beginning. You're starting a new beginning. You're starting a new adventure, and you are embracing that new beginning. Just do your best to not be reckless while in this new beginning, because originally in the Rider-Waite deck is the Fool walking, looking up to the sky, not paying attention to his surroundings, while the dog is nipping at his leg because he's about to fall off a cliff. So pay attention to your surroundings and what you're currently going through while embracing this new beginning. Now, with the Lovers card, this is you dealing with a very, very strong relationship, or you listening to your higher self. Okay? So this could be you listening to your higher self. Like I said, a strong relationship, like I just said. And yeah, we'll clarify that when we get to it. With the Strength card, this is saying that you are having the strength to fight off negative thoughts and feelings, and fight off any type of negativity that might have come from this defeat, while having the strength to move forward and embrace this new beginning with, okay, well, fucking governmental warning, just shut my video off. But let's continue. The Lovers could be a relationship that you feel defeated by, because the Fool is actually walking away from the Lovers and into the defeat. Alright? So you may be defeated about a situation that you've currently experienced dealing with somebody else. Mind you, we have Gemini, Cancer, Libra, air sign, fire sign, and water sign. We'll get to that when we do, or a Leo. So you're having strength to push forward, to continue to move forward in integrity and your truth, while not letting any type of negativity affect you by creating positive thoughts and feelings for yourself. Now, with the Knight of Cups, this is you emotionally connected to something or someone, person, place, or thing, or situation or circumstance, and you are offering your cup and being very loving to others, or loving about the situation or circumstance that you're in, or whatever you are doing. Alright, we'll clarify that when we get to it. Next, last but not least, is the Page of Wands from the Universal Character Tarot deck. Okay, so with the Page of Wands, this is you warning after you sparked a new vision. Alright, so you sparked and began and gave forth to a new vision that you're very passionate about. And yeah, we'll clarify that when we get to it as well. Moving on to clarifying the overall with the Rider-Waite deck. I'm going to shuffle this 3 more times and then I'll clarify this. I hope what you've been hearing has brought in some clarity to you, or aid, or helped you in any way. And shuffle this one more time and look for clarifying cards. See, give you more insight on what you are dealing with for this last half of the Sun being in Cancer. Now, with the Justice card, you get the Ace of Cups. So, with the Ace of Cups, this is a new beginning in love, and you are initiating that love in order to bring, or giving forth to this love in order to bring balance, moderation, and harmony in the situation that you are in. Alright? Or this could be a balance between you and the new love that you are currently dealing with, if you're dealing with a new relationship. Now, we are to clarify the Nine of Wands. It gets clarified by the Five of Swords. So, this Nine of Wands of you experiencing anxiety and negative thoughts and feelings is coming from this defeat. Again, we had the defeat in the original layout, and with the clarifying cards, the defeat is tied to this Nine of Wands as well. So this defeat affected you in a strong way, I feel like, and each of you will have your own story, and you guys know what you're dealing with. Just giving you the energies that are laid on the cards. So each one of you has a different story. But anyways, this defeat, don't let this defeat bother you in a negative way, and transmute all that negativity into motivation and positivity. Now, with the Two of Wands, it gets clarified by the Death card. So, you are planning and contemplating on what you need to transform, mind you could be dealing with a Scorpio, in order to move forward with your life and to do what you are wanting to do and what you are desiring to do for yourself. And, by transforming anything and everything that you need to transform that no longer serves you. Now with the Chariot card, this is clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So, with the Four of Pentacles, this may be something that you're holding too tightly on and you're wanting to go towards, or this is something that you need to release in order to move towards what you are emotionally connected to. You might have to have a release and accept this defeat that you currently had in the past, or during this last half of the Sun being Cancer. Mind you that full moon in Capricorn was very powerful energy, especially with the moon being full right on top of Pluto retrograding in the sign of Capricorn. Which Capricorn is involving business status, initiating new ways of thinking and being practical. So you may not want to let go of what have happened in the past. But in order to move forward with what you want, you very well may need to let go and release in order to better yourself and to go for what you want and desire. Now with the Five of Swords, this gets clarified by the Nine of Wands. So, like I said, you don't want to release this thing. Maybe this was a relationship that you're very close to. Maybe this is something that you were really emotionally connected towards. But you not letting go of this situation is bringing, in this defeat, is bringing you negative thoughts and feelings once again. You're dealing with a lot of negativity. Mind you, Libra is going through all those inconjunctions and squares at the moment. So this could bring you a lot of stress and overthinking as well. Do your best to transmute that into positivity and to create higher thoughts, higher feelings, and positive thoughts and feelings in order to move forward. And to accept the defeat that has happened and transform yourself in ways so that you can move forward with your life in a more peaceful and harmonizing way. Like the Justice card in the overall. Now, with the Four card, this is clarified by the Queen of Cups. So, with the Queen of Cups, clarifying the Four, this is you taking care of yourself. I feel like you're taking care of yourself, you're focusing on your own well-being, in order to take care of any of those who may be supporting you or who you're supporting, being supportive of, and by letting go of this past situation that you've experienced defeat in. Okay? So, with the Lovers card, this is clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So, the Lovers is a soulmate energy, but it is also a higher self card, at least for me, and card of co-creation. Shout out to Stork Tarot for informing me of that, because she had a really good explanation of what the Lovers card was, and I've implemented it into my readings, and I wanted to give her the gratitude. So if you don't know her, go check her out. Anyways, moving on, you could be co-creating and working on something creative that you wanted to put out in the world. You could also be working with others, but I feel like you are working by yourself individually and moving forward with whatever you're working on. But in order to move forward fully, you may need to let go of this defeat and just accept what happened, or you need to just hang on to whatever you are working towards, okay? Either or. Whatever resonates best for you. Now with the Strength card, you get the Seven of Swords. So with the Seven of Swords, you need to have the strength in order to not be self-deceptive towards yourself. You may give up too easily. You may be wondering if the thing that, or whatever you're working on, as far as what you feel called to go towards, you may be deceiving yourself. But this Seven of Swords clarifying the Strength card is saying that you need to overcome the self-deception to push forward and once again create higher thoughts and feelings. Now, with the Knight of Cups, Knight of Cups gets clarified by the Nine of Wands. So, even though you've been through a lot in your past, that is not stopping you from going after what you're emotionally connected towards. But this is also a part of experience. So you're very experienced where you're at in your current life, and this is really helping you to go after what you're emotionally connected towards. Okay? Now, with the Page of Wands, this gets clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. So, you gave birth to a new vision when it comes to to work or whatever you're working on. So I feel like this is about work. This whole reading is about work, transforming what you don't need or what no longer serves you, and letting go and moving on from this defeat, not letting these negative thoughts and feelings affect you, by taking care of yourself and embracing this new beginning, and by as well as not letting go of whatever you're working towards, alright? From this new birth of this vision that you're giving birth to. And bringing balance and harmony into the situation by putting more love into whatever you're working on or who you're dealing with. Okay? Now, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle card to see what Mother Moon has in store for you. Now, let's see what you get. From Mother Moon, and this will be the end of the reading. After that, after what Mother Moon wants to give to you. Anyways, pull these 3 cards. Okay. Now, your first card that you get is New Moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. So, it's like Mother Moon. This is Mother Moon telling you, from me to you, that prosperity lies ahead as long as you transform where you need to transform, and creating higher perspectives and higher thoughts and feelings for yourself on whatever you're working on. Okay? And know that prosperity lies ahead if you do so, as well as taking care of yourself. That will bring you a lot of prosperity as well, and not deceiving yourself. Okay? Now, with the next Moonology Oracle card that Mother Moon wants to give you from is New Moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. So bring love into the situation by creating balance and harmony and equality in whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, or whatever you're dealing with, and bringing love into whatever you're working on by not being self-deceptive towards yourself and having the strength of it, not being self-deceptive, in order to bring that love into the situation. But yes, like Mother Moon wants to tell you, bring love into the situation. Now with the North Node as your final, last but not least card that Mother Moon wants to give to you from me is North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. So you, Libra, need to step out of your comfort zone. Go after what you want. Transform anything that's no longer serving you in your highest good and the betterment of your own well-being. By accepting this defeat as well, and stepping out of your comfort zone. And by doing so, know that, especially if you bring love into the situation, know that prosperity lies ahead for you. Now, with that being said, I hope this helped. I hope you have a good Mercury day and a very good rest of the Sun being in Cancer, this last half of the Sun being in Cancer. And I hope this aided you and gave you clarity that you wanted during this last half of the Sun being in Cancer. And with that being said, from me to you, I hope you well. And until next time, peace.